Hello and welcome to part 3 of this Beatles analysis series. The first and second parts covered the circumstances of Sgt. Pepper's release, the Beatles' changing approach to writing lyrics, and the Mellotron. In this part, we'll be covering the harmonies of Strawberry Fields Forever, starting with the infamous Mellotron intro. The part starts with an E major triad in root position. The lowest voice descends chromatically to D natural before the two higher voices descend in thirds to E sharp and G sharp. If you were to look at this chord in isolation, you'd probably identify it as a D diminished triad in root position, spelt D, F, A flat. However, you can often best identify the quality of a chord by looking at the chord that follows it, that, in this case, being an F sharp minor triad in second inversion. Due to this, you could identify the chord as an E sharp diminished seventh, with the diminished fifth omitted in last inversion. The E sharp acts as a leading tone to F sharp, G sharp is the third, going to A, the third of F sharp minor, and D is the diminished seventh, resolving to C sharp, the fifth of F sharp minor. The second inversion F sharp minor triad is arpeggiated, then moves twice in parallel motion to an E major and D major triad in the same inversion. The final chord change of the intro sees the upper two voices descend by one scale degree to create an A major triad in root position. I think that the harmonic use of the keyboard in Strawberry Fields Forever is more considered than previous attempts by the Beatles. It doesn't use the keyboard as a purely melodic instrument, neither does it simply fill out block chords being played by the guitars. It is there to highlight the voice leading of the chord progression. The use of only 3 voices means that every single changing note has a radical effect on the harmony. And this can create some quite sophisticated ambiguities, as previously discussed. These interesting examples of harmony continue into the chorus. The chorus starts on an E minor 7 chord that converts into an E diminished 7th. The instrumental of the first chorus actually plays F sharp 7, but the lead vocal still outlines an E diminished triad. It then moves away from this minor character to D major followed by F sharp major. This chord change exemplifies parsimonious voice leading, where there are minimal interval changes to achieve the new chord. D will descend a semitone to C sharp, A will ascend a semitone to A sharp, while F sharp remains the same. The chorus is then completed with a plagal cadence from D major to A major. The vast majority of the structure of the song utilises the 2 chord sequences outlined, with the verses using an extension of the intro chord sequence. The verses start on E major, the dominant of A major, but the E moving to D sharp removes the traditional dominant function of the chord. Even when this voice descends again to D natural, allowing the chord to act as a dominant, it does not resolve as such. The first note to be tonicized in any manner is F sharp, by virtue of what I believe to be an incomplete E sharp diminished 7th, as previously discussed. This is where the chord sequence is extended. Despite this, it stays true to the intro by using its vocabulary of F sharp minor, E major and D major, giving an Aeolian feel, before finishing with the plagal cadence as per the intro. As such, I believe that there are 3 guiding notes in this chord sequence: E as it opens the sequence, F sharp as it is tonicized, and A, where we arrive from the plagal cadence. The chorus also starts on E, and lacks the traditional dominant function as we hear E minor 7 and E diminished 7th, meaning that the leading tone, G sharp, is absent. We also have chromaticism introduced by the B flat. The next chords, C D major, move to F sharp major, that being an example of further chromaticism due to the A sharp, in harmonic with the B flat heard in the E diminished 7th, followed by the familiar plagal cadence in A. This sequence displays the same guiding notes as I indicated in the verse. We start with E, then F sharp, then A. Following this analysis, we can split the chord sequences into 3 sections, defined by the prominence of the 3 guiding notes. When done, we can not only realise that these 3 guiding notes appear in the same order in both chord sequences, but that the tonalities of the E and F sharp are in verse between the 2 chord sequences. The verse uses E major followed by F sharp minor, while the chorus uses E minor followed by F sharp major. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this interesting. In the next part of this Beatles analysis series, we'll be discussing an example of the Beatles' earlier approach to harmony.